Bro, they are 500% finding out. I did the math, the calculations are empirical, and we are so here. So, this is Hasan Piker. He might have had sex with children. In other news, Hasan Piker is not the person we are mostly going to be talking about today. For those of you that are unaware, Hasan Piker was banned on Twitch for 24 hours for, supporting terrorists and, glazing more terrorists and enjoying more terrorists. And this is Taylor Lorenz. Taylor Lorenz said, Hasan has been banned for 24 hours for covering the shooter's manifesto. She is a journalist, even while denouncing it. Yet another example of social media censorship of newsworthy information and coverage. So Taylor Lorenz is busy slurping up some cock. That's what the man is doing, all right? Listen, Hamas Diddy Bin Laden Piker over here has found himself another troglodyte retard in the journalist industry to suck him off. What a fantastic day. So, between sucks, she released a couple of crazy tweets. So, yet another example of social media censorship of newsworthy information and coverage. This is a major newsworthy event, and content creators should be allowed to cover it without platform retaliation. Social media is how people get news and information now, especially if it's a 13-plus-year-old gaming website for children, am I right? Your entire point is invalid, and you're also a retard. And these platforms are aggressively censoring journalistic speech based on politics. Are we fucking crazy? Are we, actually doing this? Are we not aware that Twitch is actively protecting Hasan and his entire orbit of retards? The entire retard Avengers? Do you realize that? They are getting protected. It's everyone else that gets banned. Tectone calls Frogan fat, gets banned for 2 weeks. Asmongold says something anti-Palestinian. He gets banned for 2 weeks. Are we on the same page? Because anyone that knows anything about this situation, Hasan, the guy that breaks the terms of service every day supporting terrorist organizations that murder civilians, that fucking retard is still on the platform and got a 24-hour slap on the wrist. So she is out here crying about freedom of speech. And I want to point something out. Taylor Lorenz, journalist known for appreciating freedom of speech, is actually something of a hypocrite. Ha! What? A libtard? A hypocrite? I've never heard of something quite so insane. So, hypocrite Taylor Lorenz is at it again. This is from 2023. The Twitter files, for those of you that are unaware about the Twitter files, I thought this is important to note. The Twitter files is something that existed that after Elon Musk bought Twitter, he released a lot of private information that was going on behind the scenes at Twitter in regards to censoring people. So the Twitter files revealed that Tay-Tay, this Taylor Lorenz journalist that's currently neck deep on Hasan Schmeat, has privileged access at Twitter. What? She requested specific accounts be banned and content removed. Twitter complied with the requests. Oh, interesting! So you're telling me that Taylor Lorenz, Schmeat gobbler extraordinaire, Hasan Glazer, and de facto terrorist supporter, you are telling me, you are explaining to me, I'm trying to just make this understood because I'm not sure I understand, you are telling me that the free speech warrior, literally on the wrong side of history, supporting a terrorist supporter because she believes in freedom of speech on a gaming website, even though the gaming website is directly biased on behalf of the terrorist supporters, as I've already covered, and that's How Fucked is Hasan Piker franchise, you are telling me that she worked behind the scenes with the shadow government banning Twitter accounts to silence them? This is the most despicable, bad faith bitch in the history of the media. So, on today's episode of You Don't Hate the Media Nearly Enough, MorePegasus made a video talking about not just Hasan getting banned, which is very brief, and I've covered it already in How Fucked is Hasan Piker, episode 520 and 510%, but I wanted to cover this because Hasan's entire orbit is literally collapsing around him, and I'm telling you, the retards are finding out. They don't realize that they don't live in Biden's America. They are living under a new world, a new regime, a reciprocal one. They are about to feel the weight of 7 swing states that don't like terrorists, and it's gonna be a fucking awful day to be part of the shadow government media censorship machine. So, lock in, boys and girls. We're living in the age of fuck around and find out. And I'm very excited to see them fuck around and find out because they exposed so much heinous shit about all these journalists running to cover up Hasan's ass after he accidentally shits out more terrorist support.
Alrighty, welcome back to the news. Turns out Hasan's ban was only for 24 hours and apparently also on his scheduled day off. So he just took a holiday. He went for a little gooning sesh with the Twitch CEO, Dan.
Yep, that's what they did. Him and the Twitch CEO gooning it up together as they should. Now, I wanted to show you this because I thought this is crazy. Now, this is not a coincidence, okay? It is not a coincidence that he happened to get his day off on the same day that he got banned. Not a coincidence. Let me show you something said by XQC, notable Frenchman extraordinaire and also intelligent gamer, known for his idea of firebombing California to stop the fires from spreading.
Okay, chat, guys, I will, guys, I will leak a secret. I'm gonna leak a secret. Ready, chat?
All right, ready?
Guys, I don't know if it still works like that. Back in the days, it worked like that. Okay, when you're about to get banned, they send you a DM. Your partner manager will send you a DM and will contact you. Okay, and if it's like, oh, dude, can we hold off until this day or whatever? Sometimes they'll listen. Okay, it wouldn't surprise me if they timed the ban so where like it would be his half day off or day off or whatever. It is what it is. That's just kind of how it goes. That's like, it's like a known thing. When I had my like week ban for like cheating or whatever, they're like, yeah, you're gonna get banned from this day. I just took it how it is, but I think there's like a conversation or whatever on yo, there's a week ban.
So I wanted to show this to you, not only because no one actually understands what he's saying, but apparently, I'll translate this because I speak French Canadian. It's one of my greatest weaknesses. Apparently, Twitch, when they want to ban a big streamer, they do it for optics, all right? I'm translating this for you guys. I speak French Canadian. It's simultaneous with my ability to speak retard. No offense, XQC, it's not your fault. You were born that way. A lot of people are born retarded. Some people are born autistic. Some people born French Canadian. I don't hold this against you. So, I want to make this very clear. When a famous streamer is gonna get banned, the partner manager reaches out to them and talks to them and is like, yo, I need to ban you for optics reasons. I will time it perfectly for you so that we could get the ban out of the way and everything works out. Hey, Hasan, I know that you said your heinous shit, basically reading a terrorist manifesto and condoning it on Thursday, but I'm not gonna ban you Thursday. I'm not gonna ban you Friday. I'm not gonna ban you Saturday. I'll ban you on Sunday because that's the day you were gonna take off. Sound good? And he's like, sound good. And in my opinion, that's exactly what happened. They're wrapped around his fucking fingers so tight that they did that shit. This isn't just tinfoil hat on the shelf. XQC, notable Frenchman extraordinaire, said that shit. All right, and he speaks French. And XQC, to this day, has the greatest take on the entire geopolitical conflict in Israel versus Gaza. Like, he has such a good take on this. I think Hasan needs to learn. I think Hasan needs to learn from XQC. Let me show you XQC's solution to the entire Israel-Palestine conflict.
In 1978, Israel and Egypt signed the U.S.-brokered Camp David Accords. Shortly after that, Israel gave Sinai...
Yeah, this is a really bad question, chat. Why don't they just... this will sound really bad. Why don't they take the whole piece of land, full reset, all the same, and they just call it like a Landia.
Boom.
Like, it's just land. Like, fuck it. And just everybody wins.
Back to Egypt as part of...
Spitting facts. Why don't we just take the land and just forget Israel, forget Palestine, just rename it as Landia? Boom. One state solution. The XQC's a genius.
...for the peace treaty. At the time, this was hugely controversial.
Everybody lives in it, and it's whatever.
Right. It's whatever. You know, good defense.
What?
True.
No, it's just one thing. If it keeps pushing
Boom.
up and down, bing, 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 bing. Okay, why not just full reset and make it one thing?
Just full reset. Landia. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so now that we've established that XQC is the correct person to talk about Israel-Palestine geopolitical issues, I think it's important to recognize that he's probably correct. He is probably correct that Hasan definitely planned his ban.
And Clancy. Now, Hasan has also responded to the suspension and is taking every opportunity to cry about this. Hasan's #1 enemy, Asmongold, has also responded with a lot to say about
Asmongold! I can't believe he's so successful and handsome!
this. Ethan from Ace History continues to expose everybody in a very entertaining beef with Idubbbz, Anissa,
Let's go.
and now a new character,
Taylor Lorenz! You don't hate the media enough, and that's what we're here for. Look, I do the research on Hasan. Everyone else can do the research on other shit. This is awesome.
Taylor Lorenz, this hack
Nux collecting a totem pole of people to beef with. Listen, I have entered my based arc. I don't reach out to people to collab with them. I don't want them getting hate on my behalf. but I will fucking drop an N-bomb on anyone that needs it to happen, alright? I'm not afraid to say the N-word, hard R, nuclear, alright? I will drop that N-bomb on anyone that deserves it.
Journalist who has decided to defend Hasan. Anyways, subscribe. Let's get to 700k. Thank you for the support, and let's begin. Starting with Hasan responding to the ban. I covered the motives of the Israeli embassy staff shooter. Twitch TOS dictates a suspension for even critical examination of the manifesto. I believe this is a bad policy for news and press freedom.
To be clear, as I mentioned in Hasan Piker's 510 and 520% fucked, which you should definitely watch. He didn't even criticize the manifesto! He was there reading it with an ASMR mic. Oh, I murdered them. That was Hasan, okay?
Take the suspension, but I hope Twitch changes this policy in the future. And then we have the screenshot of why he was suspended. People are responding, you called it a false flag. You hate the Jewish people and you're anti-Semitic.
Base Pikachu. If
this was an attack or one or two Islamic humans, you wouldn't be attacking anyone, calling it a false flag. You're a terrible person, and I hope your life gets turned upside down. Hasan responds,
dude, my goat, I give you one of these. You deserve one of these. You absolutely deserve one of these. I give it to you. I bestow you. Listen, I give it to you right now. This is for you, my homie. You can pick this up for a sweet 120 shekel. All right, listen. Bam.
I didn't. Ironically enough, I was showing his motive to dispel the rumors of a false flag, which is a reason for the suspension, but I don't think you're capable of critical thought.
Yeah, no, you don't understand. The dude went on a stream and he was essentially like, whatever, I showed the clip, but he was essentially like, now I'm not saying it was a false flag, but here are all the ways that it could be interpreted as a false flag. Anyway, I think he was genuine with his actions.
Maybe openly denounce the shooter?
Wait a second. Did Hasan Piker, the largest leftist political streamer, never denounce the shooter? Did the largest leftist political streamer in America not denounce a terror attack on American soil? It's pretty fucked up if that's true. Well, there is good news. There is one person that did denounce the shooting that I was very surprised to see, pleasantly surprised to see. Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia put out a statement condemning the terror attack in DC. And Hasan was angry at Saudi Arabia for condemning a terrorist attack on American soil. Actual retard. Holy fucking shit. Well, why are we surprised? Hasan supports 9/11, right?
Will you stop simping for Hamas now? Yeah, so we talked about this last time. Basically, Hasan said that the shooter who shot and murdered 2 Israeli diplomats was, quote, genuine in his actions, but a little bit brain broken.
I think this is just a one dude who is genuine in his actions and maybe, you know, a little bit brain broken.
Not sure if that's the appropriate response to somebody getting murdered. But anyways, he also subtly hinted that it was a setup and was a false flag. Of course, he didn't outright say it, but it was the classic Hasan tactic of, I'm not saying it was fake, guys, but my audience will obviously get that message and spread that propaganda anyways. And it was one of these random Twitter accounts announced that Hasan was banned on Twitch, and he quote tweets them saying, every blue check power farmer is an Israel dick rider on this website. This was like a completely neutral.
This is the greatest tweet of all time. Random guy. Hasan got banned. Hasan. The Jews! The Jews! Alright, we're on the same page. This is essentially what happened. Those are random dudes, like Hasan was banned on Twitch, and he's just like, the Jews! Bro is actually breaking in real time. He also has a blue check mark, in case you were unaware. This is fucking awesome. This is amazing. God, we're living in the best timeline. The retards are being called retards again.
Tweet, but apparently everybody he disagrees with is an Israel dick rider. Honestly, this is a foolproof tactic because people right now are so
does it to everyone
because of the situation in Gaza that if you just smear the other side without actually explaining their perspective, people will automatically support you, right? And I mean,
that's his strategy every single time. It's like, I'll criticize Hasan and I'll be like, he's a pedophile and he's a genocide supporter and he's a VTuber and then sorry, I'm getting a call from my meetup. We're going to a Diddy party.
Seeing this in my comment section as well, there'll be the occasional Hasan fan saying, are you defending genocide, bro?
I get those all the time. Dude, I've had people doing that in my fucking chat just today. Just drop it in.
I mean, if that's what you got from me criticizing this piece of shit supporting terrorist organizations, then in his own words, you will be a little bit brain broken.
Yeah, true.
Question for the audience.
It's a rough day to be a Hasan fan. It definitely is, because you are a retard. It's a tough day. It's a tough day to be a retard. Definitely subscribe for more retards. I am excited to make more fun of more of them. And in my opinion, it's great that the retards actually get called out.
Is it really a controversial take to say terrorists are bad, shooting innocent Israeli diplomats in America is bad, graping people is bad? Apparently these are controversial opinions in 2025.
Yeah. Well, when it comes to Hasan, you gotta realize Hasan... You have to realize Hasan doesn't think it's bad. Hasan, okay, I done this research already, so I don't know how many times I have to go down this rabbit hole. This is not a Hasan-focused video. This is mostly about the retards around the world fucking finding out every time they end up on the wrong side of history. But Hasan supports, and I showed this in my 500% fuck video, Hasan supports an IRA-style terrorist organization to start showing up in America and start bombing Americans to give them Israel fatigue, because they'll be so fatigued about Israel if random civilians get bombed in America by a terrorist organization. Like, you gotta understand, this dude he's a fucking demon, bro. He's a demon. He's the bad guy. Sometimes there's shades of gray, all right? So I will admit, every once in a while, you get shades of gray. But this dude's not shades of gray. He's a bad guy. He's on the wrong side of history.
Hasan suspended for talking about the news, and all the free speech frauds are cheering it. Yeah, that's why he was suspended, for talking about the news, guys. Now you're just a loser. Oh, you poor racist baby.
No!
Cry about it, Diddy fan.
Nice.
Anyways, the Hasan Defense Squad is in full force.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I love the Hasan Defense Squad. See, I love, I do my Hasan Piker is fuck franchise for the Hasan videos, and then I react to fucking MorePegasus, who covers the entire fucking retard Avengers.
Journalist called Taylor Lorenz saying, Hasan has been banned for 24 hours for covering the shooter's manifesto, even while denouncing it.
He didn't denounce it! Why is no one covering this? Am I the only person that actually watches Hasan streams? I feel like every other person covering this doesn't watch Hasan streams because he's completely insufferable. I don't actually even blame them. And just covers like the story about it. He didn't denounce the manifesto. I covered this, and Hasan Piker is 510 and 520% fucked.
Yet another example of social media censorship of newsworthy information and coverage. Yeah, apparently Hasan was denouncing the shooter so much that his entire chat was spamming parts for the shooter and support for him.
Weird.
I wonder why Hasan had to change it to emote-only mode. It couldn't possibly be because his chat is completely unhinged and would probably get him in trouble. This is a major newsworthy event, and content creators should be allowed to cover it without platform retaliation. Social media is how people get news and information now, and these platforms are aggressively censoring journalistic speech based on
These people are complete retards. The journalistic speech of glazing a fucking terrorist. Am I right, guys?
Dude, I don't understand how you can be this much of an absolute crybaby.
An absolute cum dumpster. I mean, no offense, Taylor Lorenz. I'm sure you have very conservative family values where you raise children in a two-family household and do everything you can to support them in the best way you can. But get your jaw unlatched from this man's meat. Holy ballsack. Bro, I just noticed this. This is the video. Oh, wait, I'm freaking out right now. I can't believe I just noticed this. This is the video of Hasan reacting to Twitch's actual people, staff on Twitch, threw him a birthday party.
Especially about...
And I never noticed this, but Frogan's in the chat. That's crazy. That's crazy. This is like glazeception. This is levels of glazing not before known to man. Holy fuck. You got Jabba the Hutt latching onto his meat while you got Twitch's staff trying to find a way to glorble a little bit as well. Save some Hasan schmeat for the rest of us. We also like terrorists. Nuxanor Taylor Lorenz is 46 with no family. It's almost like you didn't get my intense sarcasm because most of these insufferably unhappy terrorist-supporting Karens in the fucking media are just deeply unhappy people. Hot take.
About Twitch, like they literally suck him off on a daily basis. Are you kidding me? Anyways, other streamers are responding. S-Fan says they should just ban politics off of Twitch.
So obviously that's the reason why that's difficult is what's politics, right? The reason why this is like incredibly difficult is because how do you define politics? Like, yeah, I guess reacting to Trump is politics, reacting to terrorist shootings is politics for sure, but you know, everything becomes politics at some point, right? Is saying that you don't want biological men and women's sports politics? is misgendering somebody politics. Like, the issue is the line is so shallow. Like, there's no way to know what is politics and what isn't. And it'll just end up so arbitrary that people will just ban people based on whatever the fuck they want.
Now, personally, I don't think that's the solution. I think the solution is literally just apply your own TOS equally and fairly. Asmongold
and also report Hasan Piker to the authorities. I agree.
Responded saying 24-hour suspension serve no purpose and act often more as a reward than punishment through the extra attention they create. Why ban for critiquing a terrorist manifesto and propaganda but not for endorsement? Is criticizing terrorism TOS but promoting isn't? Make it make...
So, obviously, he's correct. He's right. I don't blame him. So, this is something I mentioned the other day, but I'll say it again, you know, because I think it's important. Hasan, I think Asmongold is correct with what he is saying, okay? Asmongold is right that, obviously, critiquing a terrorist manifesto is not nearly as bad as actually propagandizing terrorist organizations. But Hasan was not critiquing it. Hasan was not critiquing it, bro. He was glazing the terrorist. Oh my god. I wish more people would actually see how bad Hasan actually was. And that's why you have the ladies and gentlemen acclaimed, world beloved, soon to be on Netflix. How fucked is the Hasan Piker franchise?
Makes sense. Well, good point, but also he wasn't exactly critiquing.
Yes! Yes! Based Pegasus! Based freaking Pegasus. I love him. He's so real. Keep going, baby.
Manifesto, more like promoting it.
Yeah.
Anyways, Asmongold
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's why we love Pegasus in this house. That is why we approve of this man. Okay, I'm gonna leak DMs right now. I decided. I don't normally leak DMs, but I have no choice. I gotta leak DMs. Fuck. I'm so sorry, Pegasus. I don't mean to leak DMs, but I have to do it. For journalistic reasons, all right? I'm sure you won't mind. I'm sure you will not mind me leaking these DMs. My GOAT! My absolute legend! I love him! What a guy! He's so real and based. Fuck yeah, Pegasus! You glorious man! You beautiful bastard! Holy shit-a-moly, what a guy. Anyway.
Continues responding.
You can say that you 10 toes down support the Houthis. That doesn't get you banned.
True.
But if you criticize a manifesto, that does.
You're right. Twitch's rules are fucking retarded. In fact, the reason why Asmongold is like kind of wrong here is because yes, supporting the Houthis also violates TOS. They just didn't punish Hasan because he didn't get enough pushback from the media.
I'm sorry, make it make sense. Whenever Hasan says that he critically analyzed this manifesto, I don't believe him. And the reason why I don't believe him is because he interviewed a Houthi terrorist and he said it was a Yemeni teenager. He said he wasn't a Houthi.
Spitting fact!
And then he's like, we love you, and he's doing a hand heart, and he's like, you would do what Luffy is doing, and we support you, right? And so whenever somebody has a history of lying, I'm going to assume that the next time they say something, they're also lying.
Fuck yes! Oh my god, Asmongold is so based.
Twitch has a kind of like a punishment pyramid, right? Where it's like you do, you know, it's a warning, a day, 3 days, 7 days, 2 weeks, a month, and then perma, right? That's generally the way it works. And so when you see a person that it doesn't follow that paradigm, well, this becomes a problem now, right?
Yeah.
Tectone got suspended for 2 weeks for calling Frogan fat.
That's pretty fucked up.
Like, in what universe is calling a person fat worse than promoting terrorism, right? I mean, this is just, again, it's like, there's no reasoning to this at all. There's no...
The reasoning is their jaw is so firmly latched on Hasan's crotch that they can't actually critically analyze anything going on.
No logic to this at all.
Well, the logic is please have...
Yeah, the logic is they also support terrorists, in my opinion. All right, listen, we could say that they're glazing Hasan, and I think that's accurate. But I think Twitch needs to get investigated. Twitch needs to get fucking investigated. The fact that all of Twitch is standing 10 toes down behind their fucking pundits that are promoting terrorism is fucking insane and terrifying. You realize this is a gaming platform. It's a 13+ gaming platform that is on every smart television in every household in America where you have kids, probably under the age of 13, clicking on Twitch for gaming because their favorite Fortnite streamer told them to go to Twitch. They open Twitch, half of Twitch is boobs, and the other half of Twitch is terrorism. All right, it's tits or terrorist on Twitch. That's literally the fucking platform. I have no idea how Twitch gets away with the shit it does. It needs to get investigated. It truly does. Without a doubt. It's insane.
The same opinions as me and support my extremist politics, or you'll get banned. Twitch's new motto should be rules for thee but not for me. I think it's hopeless to ever expect Twitch to take action on Hasan now.
I think you're wrong. There will come a time where either Twitch shuts down or it gets rebranded or it goes under new management or Amazon decides fuck it, or Elon Musk decides to buy it. I think you're not opening your mind to the possibilities of what's happening. Everyone locks in to nothing ever happens. Everyone lives in this mindset of nothing ever happens. Well, guess what, motherfucker? Things happen, brother. And under the new management of Twitch, whenever that happens, because it is inevitable, Hasan, your life is nothing. You serve zero purpose. You should kill yourself now. Give someone else a piece of that oxygen in that ozone layer that's covered up so we can breathe inside this blue trap bubble. Because what are you here for? To worship terrorists. Kill yourself. And I mean that with 100%. Okay, all right. I'm going too low tier god on that one. That was a joke, obviously. That was all a joke.
It's clear that he just has a death grip on Dan Clancy's nuts. I don't know if Hasan's billionaire dad is somehow paying the big bucks to keep him on the platform, because this is really hurting Twitch, you know? Twitch is under serious fire.
Well, I mean, his dad is apparently in the Turkish government. His uncle runs a gigantic, a gigantic fucking news station, the Young Turks.
People are getting sick of that platform. More and more streamers are moving to YouTube and other platforms because they realize Twitch is just not a stable place anymore. The platform's gonna crash and burn any minute.
It definitely drop me a follow on kick.com.
And honestly, I will be there at the funeral to laugh.
Yeah!
And, oh my God, Hasan saying he critically analyzed anything is hilarious.
That was a joke, by the way, when I said to Hasan to kill himself. I do not want Hasan to kill himself, all right? It's too easy. That was a joke.
Hasan's the type of guy to study for a drug test. His brain needs to be studied for the overwhelming amount of superhuman stupidity. Then Asmon talks about another streamer who got banned.
So Idubbbz was banned for 30 days, and they blast Twitch over Idubbz's ban because he said that he was going to threaten to beat up a viewer at TwitchCon.
Wait, let me get this straight. Hold on. Let me get this straight. Hold up. This guy got banned for 30 days because he threatened a viewer to beat them up. And Hasan is out there essentially inciting violence on American soil, and he's just fine.
Now, by the way, he didn't even do that. He just said, if I meet you, I'm going to beat you up or something like that, or I would beat your ass if I met you in real life. That's literally it. That's all he said, and he got a 30-day suspension. That is insane. So the level
I mean, you do know that there's a whole Twitch ban game show, right?
Of logic with this is just totally non-existent.
Well, no, the logic definitely applies. It's just not in the way you think. The mistake Idubbbz made is that he didn't praise the terrorists.
Yeah, true.
You see, that's
if he would have said, "I'll beat you up at TwitchCon," also, the Houthis are doing what Luffy would do, he'd be fine.
It's a simple maneuver. He fell for the oldest trick in the book, thinking the rules are fair. Then Asmon reacts to Hasan's tweets.
Every blue check power farmer is an Israel writer on this website. Number one, Feared Buck. This is a guy that just tweeted out, Hasan has been banned.
Oh, yeah.
He posts this photo. This isn't like a bad photo of him. It's not like the photo of him being bald or like him looking stupid or anything like that. The like shrunken head. No, it's just literally a photo of Hasan saying Hasan was banned. And now Hasan's calling this guy an Israel dick rider. What the does this have to do with Israel?
Look, what do you mean? That's Hasan. He's the biggest misrepresenter of every situation literally ever. And that is why we have a website designed by, I think Dan made this, the Twitch is Fair website. All right? The Twitch is Fair website. So the way this game show works is you click start. It's
Dude,
simple.
actually, you know what? F this. I can't argue with words, okay? You're retarded. I'm being ableist, and you're fucking retarded. So there is no way I can argue with you on this issue. I'm done, okay? That's it. It's just, I can't do it. I literally can't do it. I don't give a if your parents die of coronavirus. I literally cannot do it. I'm gonna cover the rational disconnect video or a thread.
All right, so this is a clip of Hasan saying, I don't care if your parents die from COVID, you're a retard. All right, so how long would he get banned for on this? So this is the game. This is the game show. I'm gonna say no ban. Look at that. Look at that. One correct. All right, next one. All right, let's go.
Do you think the Israeli state was just like peacefully coexisting? And then these guys came in with fucking gliders out of nowhere? Don't say fuck off, dude. They didn't deserve it, you fucking idiot. My goal is solutions. Your goal is the continuation of violence. You want way more than 260 people dying. You want every single Palestinian to be so that you can build another fucking theme park in Gaza.
This guy only said 3 things, none of which implied that.
Baying, you fucking bloodthirsty, violent.
Yeah, so those are him saying slurs against Jews. So I'm gonna say no ban. All right, I'm correct. Next clip.
James. First of all, you are white, you are Caucasian, you will never be nothing, you will never have no personality. Okay.
All right, so white people have no personality. I'm gonna say no ban. Oh shit, bro, that was a ban. All right, well, it wasn't Hasan. All right, so what about this? This Twitch streamer was cosplaying an Apex Legends character and got banned from Twitch for blackface. That's fucking crazy. I'm gonna say infinite ban. Nope, I was wrong. It was only a 6-month ban. What about this one? Supporting racism against Jews.
My friend's gonna watch you after Cuban G slur because they're defrogs. What? Okay. Cuban G slur.
Justifying slur. It's a Cuban slur, not a Jew slur. My bad. I'm still gonna say no ban because it's Hasan. All right, I was correct. All right, next clip.
You are so desperately trying to push, you fat, disgusting bitch.
Fat bitch! That's a 2-week ban. All right, next. Hoping it.
I have no pity at all for any soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any pity for any soldiers. U.S. military? Who? I hope you get PTSD.
All right, so this is saying you hope American soldiers will get PTSD, but that's American. So I'm going to say no ban. All right, let's go. Fuck yeah. Next.
Players so bad. This is
all right, cheating at Twitch. I'm going to say 4 to 13 day ban. Let's go. Admits to cheating in a $100,000 prize pool chess tournament. I'm going to say no ban. Oh, never mind. No ban for that one. Dantes had to change his name from that. I'm going to say 1 to 3 day ban. What the fuck? He got an indefinite ban? That's fucking retarded. All right. Streamer runs a red light. I'm gonna say streamer runs a red light, 1 to 3 day ban. All right.
Tio is friendly. Did I tell you how I got banned?
$1 donation to send the letter D to her avatar. 1 to 3 day ban. Let's go. Easy. Easy. Like, do you see what I mean? Like, these are nothing. These are nothing fucking bans. Did I get banned for streaming a game that's already out because I'm in a better time zone? I'm gonna say 1 to 3 day ban. Nice. Hasan reacts to someone getting shot and laughing.
Watch out, watch out. Oh my god, oh my god. Watch out. Are you okay? Oh god, are you okay?
I'm gonna say no ban. Let's go! Anyway, it keeps going, but basically Hasan never gets banned for the craziest fucking shit in the universe. All right, that's enough. You could definitely check that out if you want. You could look at that at twitchisfair.com.
There's a lot of people that are not fans of Hasan's behavior that are not Israel dick riders. They just disagree with what he's saying.
Wait, are you telling me people are disagreeing with Hasan because he's an unhinged extremist? Impossible. It must be something political. It must be because they're an Israel dick rider. Stop it, man. You're hurting my minuscule brain. My brain only thinks in black and white. I don't have nuance. I'm an idiot on the internet. I'm an NPC. Please.
Yeah.
Then he talks about how these people use being pro-Palestine as a shield to basically do anything.
Every single time. Literally every single time. And he did this in his own response video. It's like, are you really calling me out for promoting terrorists when there is a war going on somewhere else in the world?
That is pro-Palestine does something bad, and now they get suspended, and they're criticized, and people are criticizing, oh, well, you're banning pro-Palestinian voices. That's not what's happening here. Being pro-Palestine or being pro-Palestinian is not a diplomatic immunity card.
You ready for the Nux hot take? Hasan is not pro-Palestinian. He doesn't give a flying fuck about the Palestinians. That's why he supports Hamas, the #1 reason why Palestinians are dying. Anyway, if you want more details on that, check out Hasan Piker is fucking fucked. All of the videos. I prove that every single time.
From any...
You could just look at the most recent one.
Degree of accountability from anything else besides that.
Okay, I gotta disagree personally. I think if you're pro-Palestine, you should be able to do anything you want. I feel like you should be able to commit murder. You should be able to laugh at, you know, dead babies in coffins. You should be able to support terrorists.
Right.
Because, guys, don't you understand?
The bigger picture. It's the bigger picture.
They care about the Palestinians.
They do, which is why they support the violent, genocidal scumfucks that started the war and that could stop the war every single day. Hamas, who have the ability every single day to stop the war, who, by the way, just yesterday rejected a ceasefire. They rejected a ceasefire from the United States yesterday, right? There's a so-called genocide happening, and the people that are getting genocided are rejecting ceasefires? Lying fucking assholes.
care about them so much that they support Hamas, who literally kills them. They care about them so much they're doing their absolute best to make as much money as they can off of them. I don't know about you guys. I think Hasan Piker deserves a Nobel Peace Prize for his work in the
after the Houthis get one, they get one first, then Hasan.
Community, his on-the-ground journalism, his commitment to the truth and the facts. Yeah, anyways, enough of this.
Yeah, my favorite Hasan moment is when he said that Russia is never going to invade Ukraine.
Sarcasm. I feel like just because you have this one position doesn't mean you just get to do whatever you want and you get to be an inhuman freak. You are not immune from rules. You don't get to break laws. You don't get to literally shoot and murder people in America. All right, that just
someone should not be telling MorePegasus about how Hasan Piker is 500% fucked. All right, because that one was too dark.
Doesn't make any sense, and you can't say free Palestine while literally committing murder, bro. Then Asmon talks about whether Hasan's audience is actually terrorist supporters.
When Hasan puts it on emote only mode and the chat shows hearts while Hasan is reading the manifesto, do you think that's supporting terrorism?
No fucking shit.
I think that it is very obvious that Hasan has cultivated an audience of people that are in some ways sympathetic.
That think that America deserved 9/11.
Sympathetic towards terrorist organizations. It is undeniable that that's true. And these, again, if I remember right, the hearts were his own emotes. So this isn't like it's some kind of false flag. Oh, it's Destiny's here and making me look bad. These are his own emotes.
Like, he already knows the responses Hasan's gonna say. Well, how do you know that the people that were spamming hearts were actually false flag? They were Asmongold chatters
that they're using.
Hasan only has two responses to everything. It's either Israel dick rider or Destiny supporter, Destiny fan. Also, is anybody surprised that Hasan's fan base openly supports terrorists? I mean,
no. They're watching a streamer that openly supports terrorists. Why the fuck wouldn't they openly support terrorists? The only people that would support a guy that supports terrorists are people that they themselves support terrorists. No fucking shit!
If your leader is openly...
No, duh! Who is okay with a guy that supports terrorists? Let's be honest. Who's okay with that type of person? Someone that also supports terrorists is okay with that person.
Praising terrorists, it's not very shocking, actually. It's actually pretty understandable.
Yeah, no shit.
And regarding the whole love heart thing for the shooter, you would think it would be different for a shooting in America where it's sort of like up close and personal, right? But no, this is just what happens when you go down this extremist pipeline, you know?
It's so frustrating because I think people don't understand what Hasan actually advocates for. Like, people think he's just extreme. People think he's just extreme. It's insane to think that he's just extreme. Where's that fucking video? Dude, I have way too many receipts. God damn it. Let me pull this video up. All right, you ready? This one's gonna be crazy. Where the fuck are my timestamps? There they are. Ready?
Obviously, like, Americans theoretically, as a block of people, like average Americans have a decent amount of power to challenge this, but they also themselves have no real reason, no real motivation for doing so, because ultimately, you know, what you said about Vietnam probably rings true. It does not affect them that much. It affects some of them psychologically, and that is about it. They don't see any material consequences from it. You know, there has not been like a massive adverse reaction that could turn them against it. Like, for example, like the IRA, for example, did a lot to like instill like fatigue in the British public on their government to try and look for some sort of solution to the troubles.
Yeah.
There's nothing like that. There's nothing like it anywhere. Not at all.
These people are basically sitting on their stream and complaining that there isn't an IRA-style terrorist organization in America bombing and murdering civilians to stop civilians from supporting Israel. That's what they're complaining about. So yes, this is talking about bombing people in America. Okay? Are we on the same page? All right. This dude's a demon. He really is. Holy shit.
We shouldn't be surprised that they're putting love hearts for the shooter who killed 2 people when they support Hamas and the Houthis who kill way more people, right? So this is actually a downgrade. Now, somebody made this banger Hasan edit about having conviction.
Have some conviction.
Dude, I might actually take Marsh with me to Gaza.
Gaza?
Yeah.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah.
Yes. I unfortunately most likely will not be able to go.
What a guy! What a guy! Am I right, guy? What a guy! Look at our hero. That's our hero. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go to Gaza. I'm gonna do it. I know it's dangerous. Doesn't go.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah. Yes. The people that I did talk to said that they could not give me security assurances.
Is it dangerous?
Yeah. Yes. Have some conviction. The BDS movement is very directed and hyper targeted.
okay, towards a specific brand. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Thank you for the 5 gifted. Thank you for the 20 gifted subs.
And all that money goes to Amazon. You fucking retard snake.
Thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Thank you for the 100 gifted subs. Thank you for the 20 community gifted subs. Hell yeah, dude. Have conviction.
I believe what the Houthis are doing is a good thing. 10 toes fucking down.
Yeah. He just kept asking me over and over again, like Hamas, Houthis, all this shit. Trying to be like,
oh, it's happening. He is actually cracking. I love watching these back and forth cuts of his actual content because he is cracking in real time.
Oh, do you support them? Do you like them? Like, what do you think about them?
10 toes down.
I'm not going to go beyond it. I'm not going to go beyond just like reiterating over and over again. I'm on the side.
Like, he's such a fucking pussy. Like, he'll go on his stream and be like, you have to have conviction and support terrorists. And then someone will ask him something and he'll be like, you have to have conviction and go to Gaza. I'm not going to go to Gaza.
Of civilians. I want the endless to end. I'm of the Brookings Institute mindset. I talk about these issues from an academic context. There are things that Trump has done that I actually agree with. And I'm not shy about saying those.
10 toes fucking down.
Such a pussy.
Have some conviction.
He didn't even show the AOC clip, which I think is the worst. The absolute worst of all. Let me see if I can find this clip, because if I can find this clip, it's like a nail in the coffin. Hasan was complaining about AOC. Afraid that she might not stand up for terrorists, and that she would be a pussy for not standing up for terrorists. I could probably find this clip if I look for it, but I have no patience right now.
What is the hypocrite counter at, guys? 5 billion now? Jesus Christ. I'm going to Gaza, guys. I'm an on-the-ground journalist. But also, I'm a pussy and it's too scary.
I found the clip! I'm so good at this. Hasan fucking game. Look at this.
Popularity that you get, there are going to be people that, for example, come to you and say, oh, I guess you love Hamas then. And in that moment, you can't fucking yield, okay? And I feel like if push came to shove in that regard, AOC 100%, I can see her being like, no, I hate Hamas. Hamas is the most condemnable force on the planet. They need to go away, and I will vote for every bill that says we need to kill more Hamas. That's what I'm afraid of. I'm afraid that she wouldn't dance around that and basically offer a major victory that basically says, yeah, I'm in the wrong, and I'm sorry for ever criticizing Israel. And all of the
so he is there, sitting there, mad that AOC would not support terrorists and that she would yield on supporting terrorists. Meanwhile, this fucking retard snake goes back on everything that he says every single time he possibly can. What an unbelievable freak. Also, you know who else is against Hamas, by the way? Do you know who else is against Hamas? The Palestinians that are in Gaza that are currently protesting against Hamas right now because Hamas is extending a war and rejecting ceasefires.
Support terrorists 10 toes down. Gets confronted. Oh, well, actually, guys, I actually prefer civilians. Have some conviction, Hamas Diddy Piker. Anyways, moving on to a brand new beef. Ethan Klein has decided to go after Taylor Lorenz after she defended Hasan's ban and also made fun of DC's call on his kids. So Taylor defends Hasan. Ethan responds, Taylor is the biggest hack loser in journalism. Nobody should.
And there's a lot of competition. All right, there are a lot of big hack losers in journalism. Let's make it clear.
Hire her. Terrible and talentless person. She responds, somebody tell Ethan and his wife that they can stop begging for my help with their Reddit situation if they're gonna post rants like this. I've been nothing but respectful to Ethan. That's a lie. So Ethan makes this response video. It's a bit long, so bear with me.
All right, let's go.
I am so glad that you brought this up. You know, I know you have a problem telling the truth. You were fired in disgrace from your previous job at the Washington Post for—
Oh, that must suck! It must suck to be Taylor Lorenz, 47 years old, no man, no children, Hasan meat dangling just out of reach, fired from your job, hack journalist, failure at life, must suck to be you. Oh well.
Line. Very embarrassing, by the way. I'm not surprised you haven't been able to find a job since then. And
I
don't think you have much hope.
I mean, it's not easy to have someone whose career was built on using the Twitter files to fucking ban people secretly off Twitter. And now that Elon owns Twitter, unfortunately, you're not able to do that anymore. It must not be easy to be a hack loser journalist.
Especially after this. But let's see. The reason that we ever got in touch is because Taylor Lorenz 3.0, she has a snark meme page that posted such an obscenely mean, psychotic message about me.
Wait, what the fuck?
We had to actually check with people that knew her firsthand to see if it was actually her.
That's
that
crazy.
Left the message. Let me read it to you.
Oh god.
This was on a post about me being a meme about me being obsessed with Hasan. She said, He needs to log off. Every influencer has a snark page, and if he wants it taken down, he needs to go through legal channels, not publicly bait them. Normally I'd have sympathy, but Ethan has spent the last year absolutely terrorizing and stalking anyone obsessed with Hasan while spouting Zionist propaganda.
This is fucking crazy. This bitch be crazy. Holy shit. Unbelievable Karen moment. Like, bro, this is actually stolen valor. You know, I'd respect Ethan more if he was a little more Zionist, you know? It's the fact that he's anti-Zionist, all right? He is anti-Zionist, and he gets blasted like this. It's insane.
He needs to log off for a long time and get his
shit.
head straight. Here's the best part, guys. And clean up his house so his kids aren't crawling around in dog feces.
Holy shit, she bought into the lie. That's crazy. For context, the Hasan retard Avengers came together to make up these lies about how Ethan's children are crawling around in dog shit, and that's why they all could get these parasitic diseases, which was a lie. I cannot believe a journalist posted this. No wonder she was fired.
Here's the best part, guys. This was after CPS was called.
Wow! You're the bad guy. You're the bad guy. You know, it's really easy sometimes. It's really fucking easy to know who the bad guy is. And it's this person. You are the bad guy. I have zero sympathy for you.
Can you imagine that, right, guys?
Wow.
And then when she finds
journalist,
out that we're
on the ground journalism,
trying to figure out if it was her or not, she gets in touch with Hila through a fan and pretty much begs to help us. She goes, I'm so sorry about this comment. You know, I didn't mean it. Let me help you with Reddit. I know.
I'm so sorry I was caught.
People there. Okay, sure. She reached out to Reddit. It amounts to nothing. I don't know. We talked for like a day once, and she tried to begging. We've been begging you for help. Are you actually f***ing out of your mind? I don't know where you learned in journalism school, but you're supposed to tell the truth, right? Like that's like kind of the most important part of the job.
I mean, Hasan calls himself a journalist, and he doesn't tell the truth either. So, like, why are we surprised?
So, as a chronic and potentially pathological liar, as a sycophantic Hasan riding loser, I want to wish you all the best.
Okay, so basically this Taylor person is a complete clown, a dishonest journalist, a Hasan simp, and, you know, any person defending Hasan, I just gotta question your character, right? And as well as, you know, supporting and poking fun at the whole CPS thing is wild, obviously. Lorenz goes full cry bully after being exposed. I just had a conversation with Ethan Klein on Instagram. The man is in pain and is lashing out. To clarify...
What a goddamn pussy! This is horrible! Who let these people in these positions? Like, this is insane. You just need to have a vagina and you can become a journalist that's respected and people will call you out for calling them out. It's like, are you insulting a woman? That's the new thing that everyone says to Ethan Klein. Are you going after women? You're going after women on the internet. Well, if she a bitch, I treat her like one. I don't know why this is controversial. As an advocate for gender equality, I think we should be able to call women bitches.
I wasn't fired. I quit to be independent. Yeah.
I wasn't fired from my job. I simply decided I wanted to be broke and homeless instead.
Nobody's buying that. Ethan is in pain and is extremely upset that I left one single reply to someone's 50 comments down on a meme page post. Yeah, but that reply is pretty significant.
Yeah, some reply. Bro, what are you talking about? It's a significant reply. You are a journalist. I hate these cry bullies. It's like, you're more than happy to go out there and fucking harass people online and dogpile on people. But then when they fight back, since it's punching down, when they fight back, all of a sudden, boom. Nah, dude. Nah, dude. Nah, dude. Can't believe you would go after me. I just posted one comment. Retard. All these people suck, by the way. I want to make this clear. Not only is the world finding out, not only did they fuck around and are they finding out, but they also suck. Like it's so funny. Like, normally, when there's like some sort of internet beef or drama, it's like, there's like both sides type of situations. But here it's like the gum stuck to the bottom of a shoe level integrity.
Continues. One funny thing is when a big YouTuber influencer decides to go on a crusade against me, I end up gaining a lot of followers.
Yeah, good job, bro.
Most people don't know who I am. That's true. That's pretty much true.
That's true. I have no idea who she is. All I know about her is that, you know, she does. It's hard to get a good like thumbnail image of Hasan because of how often she is in frame sucking his meat.
Also, I don't think they're actually there to support you, considering you have disabled your reply.
Now that is a sign of a strong, independent woman.
Nobody who's in the right.
Yeah, no. If you disable your replies, then yeah. Yeah, I didn't even risk to disable my replies, bro. You don't understand what Hasan people do to me on Twitter. You have any idea how many people spam under my comments on Twitter? I heard that you had an Israeli family member that was murdered by Hamas. Hope they rot in hell. Do you know how many replies I get like that on all of my tweets? I don't disable shit out there because you know what? You're telling the world who you are. Thank you.
Does this. If you don't like someone, the most effective thing to do is not mention them by name. Well, actually, I mentioned the people I don't like quite a bit actually, and it ends up being pretty positive force for the community, I'd say. Mega's on a bunch of times. It's been pretty fun. She keeps trying to cry bully her way out of being exposed for lying about Ethan. We got another journalist here saying, I did not expect to wake up to this beef. Taylor responds, no hard feelings towards him. He's in the midst of a mental health crisis.
I love these people making believe they're taking the moral high ground while simultaneously shitting on the other person in the most insufferable way possible. Like, I feel like this is such a classic fucking, like, bitch move that this entire orbit of retards all need to go for. Literally all of them try this virtue signal bullshit. Oh, I would be calling you out for being a pedophile, but I won't do that because you're also retarded. Wow, what a good person. Am I right, guys? I should try that.
Lashing out at people who want to help him. Yes, I really want to help him, but his kids are eating dog shit, guys. I hope he's able to spend time with his kids and stop obsessing over Hasan.
You know, I feel like I'm changing my strategy. Hasan Piker, I do not want to call you out for being a terrorist-supporting individual who might sleep with children more than once. I don't want to call you out for going to a brothel in Germany where they were sex trafficking children and having sex with the prostitutes there that were probably getting abused. I don't want to be the guy that calls you out for supporting multiple terrorist organizations and why you're a threat to humanity. I don't want to sit here and call you out for lying constantly on your stream and politics. And you know the reason why I don't want to call you out for any of those things? It's because you're retarded and you have a mental health crisis. See, I'm mastering this virtue signal game myself. I'm getting better and better at it every day. Hasan, I don't want to expose to the world that you went to P. Diddy parties involving sexually attractive children, according to you. I mean, this is what you had to say.
I walked into this like back like sphere Epcot looking thing in the back of like the house that Diddy was renting for his and was throwing after parties at Coachella, and they were playing like these crazy things for people who were high. Not me, of course. I had only eaten portobello mushrooms. And one of the images that they were playing was like this little girl, this like supposedly attractive, very young girl.
Now, I don't want to show this clip of you talking about the supposedly attractive, very young girl at P. Diddy's parties that you went to, Mr. Hasan Piker, which is why I am not going to be criticizing you for any of these things. Because you're retarded and have a mental health crisis. See, I'm a good guy.
The real reason comes out in...
I'm not even going to remind my audience that you were known for a quote-unquote joke you used to make where you said old enough to count, old enough to mount. I'm not even going to remind anyone about that. Because you're retarded and have a mental health crisis.
Immediately. A simp for Hasan. And then we got this picture of her. She really got the crazy look down.
Now, she's got that 47-year-old single Karen look. Absolutely.
Anyways, Ethan starts leaking text messages and calling her out. I swear to God, I can see Hasan in my carpet. Ethan Klein POV. Hey, Taylor, is that your page? Oh, God, not the H3 subreddit. So it's not you? Do you know what's been going on with Ethan? It's an account that promotes my work. She's lying. Ethan responds, ma'am, you told me to clean my house of feces that my kids were crawling around in and then act surprised when people get upset. You said it publicly. You're an online journalist, yes? Would you drop a story if your subject said, sorry, I didn't mean it? Or would you assume they were lying to cover their ass? By the way, I never said a single word about your disgusting, shameful comment about my children until just now when you said I begged you for help. Then there's some leaked messages of her saying I reached out to Red to get it taken down. Please let me help. I'm totally on your side. I actually hate snark subreddits and definitely don't browse one dedicated to ruining everyone in your orbit's life. We're just doing journalism, Taylor. By the way, she continued to lie and say that account isn't her, thus to leave her out of it. Begged us to let her help us and then has to say I beg for help. Yeah, Ethan is just giving everybody hands now, man. And I don't mind. I'm being entertained here. He goes after Anissa again.
Good shit.
There was a TikTok that came out from a girl who went on a date with Ian before he met me. And she took lurk photos of him that he didn't even know existed. It really hurt him to see that. He was just trying to date. And this girl he didn't know that those photos existed. I showed him and I was like, did you know that these photos existed? Because it doesn't look like you knew. There's one of him from behind and she like...
Why would you post this? How much must you humiliate your husband? This is crazy. Dude, what is up with these bitches? These bitches be crazy.
Took a picture of him from behind.
I have so much empathy, but even I can't feel bad for Idubbbz anymore.
Parking lot, and another where he's like looking at something and she took a picture. Yeah,
This is crazy.
Said that he took her to Cheesecake Factory and he didn't pay, which I totally believe. I asked him.
Oh my god! This is literally history's worst wife. History's worst wife ever. This is fucking crazy.
Because to me, like, honestly, if I were to like rate Ian honestly, I would say like 9.5. Like, literally, the only thing that would make him like, 0.5 hotter is if like his breath didn't stink all the time or whatever.
Bro, this is like, I'm telling you, what is up with these virtue signaling retards? What is up with the virtue signaling retard bitches on the internet? Oh, literally a 9.5. You're perfect. But you got dick breath, and also you shit your pants, and you're kind of annoying, and you're lame and gay, and you make weird noises when you watch me have sex with Hasan.
Like, literally, I really do think like he's a 9.5.
Just 9.5? I personally think Ian is a 11 out of 10.
Pissed.
On the scale, of course. He's off the charts on that one. But I swear every clip is just Anissa humiliating Idubbbz. Now, we got a bit of a creator clash update. Apparently, it's been delayed.
Creator clash is delayed.
Oh, shit.
Creator clash is delayed to a date far in the future.
Oh, shit.
For me, this is a huge bummer, not only because I was bringing out a bunch of my family.
Bro, how do you fuck up this badly? Because of their pathetic little annoying beef, all right, between him and Ethan. He decided to jump on the terrorist supporting bandwagon and blow up his entire fucking cancer event. Oh my god. Idubbbz didn't even announce it? Some random guy is announcing that this shit's getting delayed? That's awesome. That's awesome.
I was losing weight at a lightning clip. I was losing weight at a fucking lightning clip.
Shocking news, guys.
Bro, these people changed their lives to box in this event. They bought plane tickets. They rented hotel rooms. They got their family members invited and to planned it as well. And then out of nowhere, with no announcement, don't worry, guys. Don't worry, guys. We're changing everything.
Apparently, they're still selling tickets to the event hours after it was announced that it was indefinitely suspended.
Oh my god.
So
How? This has to be fraud. Like, I know we're calling them out for being, like, incompetent, but this is fraud, if it's true.
I feel like this is illegal, right? I don't know. Somebody got to keep an eye out on where the money goes. Now, click this video.
Yeah, for sure.
Or you got to join the gooning sesh with...
No thanks. Anyway, yeah, that was a great video. I'm gonna link it in the description, of course. But yeah, no, Hasan's entire orbit is literally 500% fucked. Creator clash is falling apart. Anissa keeps humiliating her husband. It's not easy. It's not easy to be the guy watching your wife having sex with Hasan, probably. All right, you got journalists fumbling over each other to save their destroyed careers, to sharple on some terrorist schmeat. And all in all, Asmongold keeps winning, and that's why he's the biggest political streamer on Twitch. So it must suck to be Hasan, is what I'm trying to say. If you are Hasan or in the Hasan orbit, you are hovering around that 500 to 520% range, and it's a glorious day to be Blue Voldemort. See you in the next one, gamers, where we make fun of more retards. Bye! Like, subscribe, and this video was streamed live on kick.com/Nuxanor. See you there. Stay weird, fam.